What's up, YouTube? I'm here today to bring you my deck profile for Sea Lancer Frogs. I've been testing this deck extensively since Sea Lancer came out. Sea Lancer got me my invite for Nationals this year. I finished 10th at a New York City regional, so I got my invite and it went really well. I missed the top 8 cup, but it happens sometimes. Just the luck of the draw at that point. So, YCS Philly's coming up, and I'm definitely going. And I was trying to figure out something good against the meta, something innovative, something new, and I decided to go back to Lancer Frogs. Except this time around, I decided to go with Veilers because they're obviously so good this format. The deck also got better because Trish is gone, so therefore they can't Trish you when banish your Sea Lancer or your Treeborn in one in hand, because that really hurts. So because of those things, I decided to look back at it, and it's been testing amazingly. So I'm going to start off with the frog engine that I use. And you've got the core of the deck that if you don't draw it early, your life's going to be hard. And if you don't draw it at all, you probably already lost. Swap Frog sets up your entire grave. He's, bounces your Lancer if you need it. He just is awesome. You need to draw this card. That is kind of the reason the deck works, because of Swap Frog. So to get Swap Frog quicker, you run 3 dupe frogs. Just so you don't know, essentially with this deck you banish your frogs with Ronin Totem to make your rank 2s, your Dark Mists, your Gachis, and now with your new rank 2, your Shining Elf. Then, when you summon Sea Lancer, you equip those frogs to Sea Lancer, because when Sea Lancer is summoned, his effect you can use, which is one place face up on the field, you can equip all of your banished Aqua, Sea Serpent, and Fish type monsters to him. So all of your frogs are Aqua. So you equip them to him, and then Lancer gains 1,000 attack, so it goes to 2,300, and anytime he would die, you can detach a frog instead, and he'll stay alive. Like Gachi, you detach material. So you remove a frog, and then things like Dupe Frog and what I'm still running, 2 Poison Draw Frogs actually get their effect. So Poison Draw Frog, when he's equipped to Lancer and you remove him from Lancer, you draw a card. When your Dupe Frog is equipped, you search for a frog. So that's why the deck kind of works with the frogs. Because Lancer then becomes insane pluses. You search, you draw, and they go neg when they try and kill him. So it's just really, really good. A lot of people have been dropping Poison Draw Frog from their decks lately. I don't understand why. He's the reason the deck is broken to me, because you draw a card when Lancer dies. If you have both, you draw 2 cards when Lancer dies. They're sticking to Dupe Frog to get your Swap Frog, Ronin Totem, to banish the dupes, and the Swap Frogs to keep your Lancer alive, which is fantastic, and that happens, but Dupe can only search for another frog not named Dupe Frog. You can't search for a Ronin Totem, so when Dupe dies, you have to take a Swap Frog. With Dupe Frog, when he dies, now you can search for a Poison Draw Frog, you can search for a Swap Frog, you can search for your 1 Treeborn Frog. If you haven't, dumped it already for whatever reason, it's more search power for him to thin the deck, and it's a draw. So I don't see why you wouldn't run it at least 1. 2 has been fantastic, and it's extra banishes for your Ronin Totem. So anyway, that's the frog engine. Next we've got 1 Sangan to search out your entire frog engine, as well as most of the deck. I think he searches about 85% of your deck, so you have to run it. It's just too good. And then we've got draw power. The deck got draw power in the form of 3 card Ds. A lot of people playing Lancer either don't like it for some reason, or just, I guess, can't get them, which is fine. So therefore they don't like them. But essentially, summon, they have no Veiler, tribute, draw 2. End phase, if you've got 7 cards, say it's your opening hand, but you've got, I don't know, a Ronin Totem or a Treeborn Frog in hand, you just put them in the graveyard, and it's already helping you set up, and you thin your deck. there's not a time where I don't like having them. A lot of times, if my opponent's kind of semi-stalling and I've got a Lancer ad ready with maybe 1 or 2 equips, and I draw him, I'll just summon, draw 2, and then my turn. This way I know next turn I'm going to have outs. It's just too good not to run in this deck. Card Card D is the reason I revisited this deck, because you run so many hand traps. The deck is able to run 3 Veiler, 1 Fader, easily. The 1 Fader is a tech, because there's a lot of OTKs running around saying it can search it if I need it to stop an OTK. It's just another way to say, like, no, slow down. And the next turn, you'll have almost always answers in the form of enemy controllers, and maybe a Sea Lancer play or a Gotchi to stall or something. So you run 3 Lancer, 2 Fader. Also run the other big hand traps, 2 Trags, and a Gores. Especially with Trag, I was playing Dark World the other day, not on Dueling Network, but at a local. And he's got a Groff out, and he deals me damage, so I drop Trag. Trag was only 1800. So on my turn, I draw, make him 2400. I drew Card D. Summon Card D, tribute it off, draw 2. Now on his turn, my Trag is 3000, and he couldn't get over it. So he had to pass back to me, and then I win. I literally won that next turn. And I only won because I was able to draw 2 cards off of this and, stall for another turn. And then Gores is obviously Gores. Trag is also great because he manipulates level 2, so you can make your, gotcha plays with him. A lot of times you steal boss monsters. You run level 5, so you can actually steal, like a dark flare. You can steal Sheehan and Barkion because you run Lancer. You run Lad, so you can steal level 8 boss monsters. I steal Grafos all the time and stuff with him, so Trag's amazing in here. And that's your hand traps. And hopefully you'll have one with a Card D, so therefore you do have some form of protection aside from an open field or maybe a set econ. And then my tributes. 3 of your boss monster Sea Lancer, just too good. I'm also running 3 Darknix Dragons. This is what I'm testing, 3 right now. It's been really good. I want to test 2 because I have another card in here, my final monster, that's been ridiculous, and I want to add another one. So 3 Sea Lancer, 3 Lads. Lads just too good in here again. Makes your opponent neg, and then you get your Trag, your Gores, or even like a Sea Lancer or a Swap Frog back from the graveyard. So a lot of times also I will take a Swap Frog, a Poison Draw Frog in defense mode. Anytime Poison Draw Frog dies, you draw, except when he's killed in battle, face down, and flipped face up. A lot of people think that whenever he's destroyed by battle, he doesn't draw, but it's not true. It's only when he's face down. So if they book it and then kill it, you don't draw. But if he's in defense mode, they kill it, you draw 1. So a lot of good targets for Lad in the graveyard in this deck, which is why he's so powerful at 3. Because you can go, alright, I'll tribute the Gores and the token I just summoned to hit Lad. If you warning, I get that Gores back. Or, I get that Trag. So it's really good. 1 second. Sorry, my dog's going crazy. So anyway, those 3. And then my final monster that I said I wanted to tech another one in, Volcanic Queen. Everyone thinks this card is bad, or like it's side deck material. But now with Lancer, you got a Shining Elf. Shining Elf 1600 attack. Volcanic Queen's defense is only 1200. Now you have an easy way to get rid of this guy immediately when you summon it. Because you can't normal or special, or normal or set when you special summon him. So your opponent has Dolka. Sack for Volcanic Queen. Banish for 2 Road Tones. Overlay for Shining Elf. Kill the Volcanic Queen. Next turn, they essentially need to summon a rabbit or like a tour guide or something to get over you. If they summon a normal, you can detach, lower the attack. It's a permanent lower by 500, but we'll get into that. So that's why I'm running it, because essentially you get rid of all the boss monsters and then run over your Volcanic Queen. It's better than Lava Golem in this deck for me, because Lava Golem is just too strong, so you'll have an insanely tough time to get rid of Lava Golem. Whereas Volcanic Queen, even if you go next turn, summon Lancer, make a Gotchi, 2700 gets over 2500 attack. So it's really nice. Spells quickly, 3 MST, obvious. You're running a Treeborn Frog and other frogs that you contribute for free, 3 econs. And then to recycle everything, salvages, only 2 though. I don't run 3. I don't like 3. You don't need it that often. And then your staples: Dark Hole, Monster Born, Heavy Storm, Book of Moon. 1 second.
Stop
it. Sorry about that. The video's longer than I anticipated. That's the deck. I think it's 41 cards. I haven't lost at locals in weeks, so there's that. Quickly, the extra deck as well. Your Gachi. Your wall, your boost for everything, just too good. Your Shining Elf, he's your beater of the deck. People don't like him. I think he's actually good, which is why I'm running him at 2 and not 1. You know, obviously you're going to run him at 1 because he's an option. He's a rank 2. And, you know, that's really all you can make. But, yeah. And then Dark Mist. Damn. This card just gets over everything. He's your immediate out to things. You know, there are definitely times where I go banish 2 Frog, summon 2 Rodentone, summon card D, overlay for Dark Mist. Because I don't have any other outs in my deck. Or, like, I don't want to risk drawing the out. And I can just summon him, attack over whatever, and then, you know, they're forced to deal with it next turn. Then for econ purposes, 1 Leviathan, because you do run a Sangan in the graveyard. So you can steal something with Sangan, or with Sangan on the field, overlay if you really desperately need to, or you have Trag to manipulate Sangan's level 3. Probably will become a Zen mains, but I'm testing Leviathan. And then you've got a Gaia Dragoon. Again, econ purposes. Steal Tyrus, Adrius, Zenmayo. Bam, it's yours permanently. And same reason I'm running Utopia Ray, because Utopia is really annoying. So econ it and then keep it. Then I'm running 2 Synchros. Scrap Dragon for the, you know, Veiler plus Gore's play and stuff like that. And then Veiler plus Treeborn gets me a formula, so that's why I run those. And then I got Chimera deck, because I'm siding Cyber Dragons. And then 2 zeros, because I'm siding Super Polys. And you have the extra deck space, so, you know, heroes are kind of a fun matchup for you, because you do really well against them anyway, and then you can Super Poly them right back, which is nice. So that's a deck. It's a little lengthy video, but I want to do more videos on Lancer, so people know how to play it and play against it. So this is kind of like my Road to Philly video part 1, the deck, if you will. This is definitely what I'll be playing. It's been testing too well not to play, and I invested in card and I want to use them in here. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Rate, subscribe, comment. Leave me any questions or comments you have about the deck, and I'll answer them in my next video. Peace out.